Welcome to the Hoof and Fang podcast. I'm Kirt Maz.
I'm Maz Maddox.
And here we are. Another week.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
I'm about as well as that big sigh that you just let out.
Mm-hmm.
Same page, I think. Just tired, little stressed, stressed from just everything.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who are interested in our political ideas, sign up for our Patreon and listen to the Monday episode. We won't get into it again.
No.
We went into it
you.
in depth. But what other life stuff is going on that's worth sharing?
Oh, man. I wish I had more writing news, but sadly I do not. I have not been. I've been I think I'm in a weird like writer's block kind of thing because where I just have so much other shit going on that I just can't seem to get in the creative mindset. But I do have a meeting. We're going to have wine and hang out with Jeff tomorrow. So I think that'll help because I haven't had a chance of just casually shooting the shit about my ideas with my other half of my brain for a little bit. So maybe that'll help shake some stuff loose.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
So. Greetings to Jeff.
Yes. To Jeff.
Who it took me a second to be like, who? And I was like,
I did that for your benefit.
You don't call her Jeff. I call her Jeff.
Jess.
Yeah.
Jess.
Yeah.
Jess / Jeff. So,
no, that's good. I mean, even brainstorming is just to get some ideas down and figure out what's next.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So I'm hoping that'll shake some stuff loose. But yeah, it's been kind of poopy creatively, but
that's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm not
take the time.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I think I've moved past beating myself up about it, and now I'm just like, it's just fine. It's just sometimes you just got to sit in it until you wade your way out of it.
Yes, but precisely.
Yeah. What about you? How's your week going?
Could be better.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Yeah.
But we're getting through. We're trying to have fun where fun can be had. And we'll get into some of it later based on the topic of conversation for today.
Excellent.
But yeah, could be worse. Could be better.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of holiday stuff coming up. So like, it's just looking at the calendar and knowing that there are like some hard deadlines because there are days off. And I definitely want to take that time off around the holidays and be around family. Yeah. So it's like limited number of weeks of work left this year. So then also like the financial stuff is starting to set in. Like taxes are going to be due again at the beginning of the year. And like, what's the tax bill going to be like?
Oh yeah, that sucks.
All those things are starting to like filter into the consciousness. And it's like, that's one side of having your own business is like end of year shit. Going to have to take it's often 2 days that I take fully just to, so I say I'm taking time off, like 2 of those days will be just doing taxes. Oh, God, like just gathering all the shit.
All the receipts and shit.
All the receipts and shit and making sure it's all in an orderly fashion that I can hand to my accountant so that we can figure out how much will the government want from us this year? Yeah. And then we can decide if we're going to our friend's wedding in Greece next October. And it's just like, so yeah, it's just the stresses of the end of the year and how it's all going to wrap up and looking forward to next year and thinking like, well, and I'm already getting emails from people like, plan your next year, like be intentional, make goals. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, right. My God.
I don't have the mental energy right now to think about next year. Yeah. And people who are better at this than me are going to be like, well, then that's why things won't get done. I don't care.
Yeah, no, we don't need that.
I don't care. I don't need to be setting any intentional goals right now. I just need to make it through.
Yeah. No, we're not going for what are we doing in 2025? We are going with how am I surviving 2024?
Right.
Like, let's just make it to the finish line.
Right. So yeah, that's sort of like what this week is starting, and like the pressure. Like I host Thanksgiving. I like hosting Thanksgiving. I'm starting to think about that. Yeah. Like what grocery shopping needs to be done this week, what things needed to be ordered online so they arrive in time, so that I can use them for the making of the meal. That sort of stuff. What stupidly ambitious recipe am I going to try this year?
that hopefully will turn out wonderful, but maybe be too much of a headache.
They usually do turn out really well.
Yeah.
So.
But do you ever make them again, or are you just like, no, fuck it, this is like a one-time thing?
I often will take what I've learned from those and like apply it to cooking in general.
Oh, okay.
But I don't necessarily I'm trying a new turkey method this year because I have yet to find one that I'm like, that was it.
Yeah.
The best one I found so far was Bon Appetit a few years ago. Like all of their online popular chefs came together and like created the perfect Thanksgiving meal.
Nice.
And like they split up into little groups to do like each little part of it. Mm-hmm. And their turkey made like it was a beautiful turkey.
Okay.
It was a little fussy.
Yeah.
It was a little fussy.
Okay.
For the last couple years, I've just thrown it in my countertop roaster because it gets the job done fast and it doesn't take up room in the oven where you can be cooking everything else.
Yeah.
This year, I'm getting way fussy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Much, much fussier to try to make an actually good tasting turkey. Because the thing about turkey is it just doesn't taste good.
It's easy to mess up.
It's like it's too large to actually have flavor penetrate into the meat, and then the white meat and the dark meat, there's too much of it, so one gets cooked correctly and the other doesn't. So one of my favorite YouTubers, Brian Lagerstrom, put out a video about the best way to do turkey. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Requires a lot of work. Some special equipment.
Oh, dang.
But we're trying it to see if we can make a good turkey.
Excellent. Okay, you'll have to report back and let us know because now I want to know how you're going to pull it off.
Me too.
That's cool.
I want to know if I can pull it off.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But like literally I have to like buy the bird tomorrow because it has to defrost before I start brining it.
Okay.
And each of those things takes days.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
shit. Yeah, this is going to be a very fussy.
It's going to be fussy. It's going to be fun. But the thing I like about it is I'm really trying to focus this year on doing a bunch of stuff in advance.
Okay.
So the day of, I'm not doing that much.
That makes sense.
I'm putting the finishing touches on a lot of things, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So that's a solid plan. Sounds on paper, sounds good.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
Rebecca and Kyle from Paper Crane actually invited us over for their Thanksgiving,
which
is really cool.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. So, we volunteered to bring a dish. Alex is super into cooking right now. I don't know if I've noticed or mentioned that.
You haven't?
Yeah. He's like, it's helping him zen out. He really likes it. So he's been doing a bunch of dishes. He did, a slow cooked, I forgot, like street tacos, but shredded chicken street tacos, which were really fantastic. He also started doing Two Devil pasta, which is like a spicy red wine or white wine based spaghetti that he's made. That's really, really good. Like he's cooking shit that is a couple levels above what I usually do because I usually do like vegetables, protein. Here you go. Like I don't really like cooking that much, but he's like, oh no, I'm enjoying like following the recipe and making these things. And I'm like, yes. And approved. Great. Keep doing that.
Right.
So he's going to, I think, make some type of mashed potato thing.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Well, good. I was about to say, like, if you're not doing anything, feel free to come over.
I mean, if the invitation's there, we used to do multiple hops where we would visit multiple people's houses during Thanksgiving. So I mean,
might as well. Yeah, it's your last chance.
No shit, right? So yeah, I might do that. Maybe we'll hit their place, and then maybe on the way back we'll swing by and say hi if you're still
have some dessert
stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
It's gonna be a Costco pumpkin pie.
Hey, that's usually what I show up with.
Yeah, really. I'm not making pumpkin pie once I saw an 18-inch one for $6.
Hey, man,
that's
the way to go.
Yeah. We do need to figure out, like, when do we go to buy that, though? Like, how long will it last just sitting out?
Oh, I don't know.
And, like, do we have room in the fridge for it if we go and get one? Ooh. But anyways, so that's neither here nor there. But speaking of Thanksgiving, may as well put this here. Next week, we are off for the U.S. holiday. Do you want to do an episode Monday? We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Okay, so we'll do a Monday morning. We'll do an early shift on Monday.
Okay.
But no Animorphs, no Friday episode next week. We're taking the week off.
For sure.
I'm going to be cooking instead of editing.
Yes, I'm probably going to be on calls because I work retail. Corporate side of retail. So I think I'm going to be up. Black Friday.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
I genuinely forget that that's still a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's still a thing.
Yeah. And if you are listening to this on the day it comes out, you have just a few more days to nab Far From Neverland as a perk of membership if you join our Patreon at the $10 level. And then after that, all levels are going to go down to $5, and you'll have access to our $5 level stuff. But the only way to get Far From Neverland at that point will be to go purchase it from our online store. If you are a member, you can get it for 40% off.
Indeed.
But if you are not, it is the regular full price, but you can get it there right now.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't want to mess around with joining Patreon, just go buy it.
Yeah.
It's available there now.
Yep.
So that will be available for until the 25th. So if you join by Monday the 25th, you still get it as a perk, and after that, it becomes for sale only. Yeah. So yeah, and then even though we're taking next week off, we will have the next Animorphs thing coming out the week after. So
right,
and who knows what other fun things. We're still looking at the suggestions that are coming in, and we'll probably. My guess is we will implement most of those starting in the new year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I don't know that it makes sense to try to start something new in the few weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, because we're going to take a couple weeks off as we did last year for those holidays as well.
Yeah, we're going to be a little busy during that time. Everybody is.
Yeah, exactly.
So
everything, we got stuff going on. You got stuff going on. So yeah. So that's what's going on over in the Patreon. What are we talking about this week?
So this week, kind of matching just how we're feeling about everything, I figured we would do a rants and raves session. So we talk about all the things that are pissing us off, getting under our skin, but then balance it out with all the things that are bringing us joy, maybe we're looking forward to. So we get a chance to rage a little bit, but then also talk about the things we're happy and looking forward to.
Okay.
So yeah.
I feel like we've been doing nothing but ranting.
Yeah. So we're just following
some new
the same
things. Some new rants.
New rants. Maybe stuff we haven't talked about yet.
What's a new rant for you?
The one that's top of mind is this is silly, but I'm a little disappointed in the new Dragon Age game. I won't talk about it for very long. But remember when I was really excited about it? It's not as good as I thought it was.
Oh.
That sucks. So I'm I'm a little mad because my the bar was set pretty high, but it's fallen short. The writing is not good. The combat's great. The inclusiveness is great. Character writing, storyline, not fantastic.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'm like, how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you make me wait 10 years for this game and then drop the ball that hard?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the newest heartache. And for all the other shit happening in the world, the thing I was like, at least I have Dragon Age. I'm like, oh, damn it. So yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah. So that's the one that's top of my list.
Okay.
Is Dragon Age breaking my heart.
I'm trying to exhibit empathy. That's very sad.
Thank you.
Your video game is not working out for you.
Yeah. This is important. My life's really hard, man.
Yes. So hard.
Yes. What about you? Do you have a thing that's pissing you off?
Yeah, I do. And I don't know why it's happening this year more than it's ever happened, and it's happening around this time a lot more than it's ever happened. It sort of all falls under the category of people either not respecting my time.
Okay.
Or not thinking that I have a real job.
Ooh, let's talk about that.
Because it's just happening. It's happening. I complained to you again. This has happened again. That I was working. I was scheduled to work on a project.
Yeah.
The book is not ready. So once again, I'm moving things around on my calendar. This has happened this year more than it has ever happened before, to the point where next year I'm going to have to change my policies to include a cancellation fee.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea,
because
honestly.
I've never had to do that before, but now it's happened enough times that it's no, if you reserve my time for X number of days and then say, oh, sorry, that work just isn't there for you, and I lose that week, you are paying me for canceling.
Yeah.
So that has happened again. Some other people just around my, personal life just don't seem to understand that. No, I can't just take off whenever, or go do whatever, whenever. Like I have to seriously think about my voice and how like activities the night before will affect my ability to do my job the next day.
For sure.
And yes, I have a lot of flexibility in my schedule because I get to set my own schedule, but I'm booked into March. Like once those dates are booked, they're booked. We can't now be like, oh, what if we add a vacation in January? Well, I don't have any days off. In January. Well, can't you just do what you like? No, I can't just do stuff. I've promised that time to somebody.
Right.
And at least in theory, they will expect me to do the work that we agreed for me to do during that time.
My God.
So,
yeah.
And like getting offers even from like people who know I am booked out and being like, oh, is there any way you could slip this in early January? It's like,
come on, man.
Out of what orifice am I pulling the extra 4 days in the month of January to get this done for you when you know I'm booked until March?
Yeah, that is.
Do you think I'm lying?
Yeah, like why would you not take work if you could have it? Like if you had the schedule that allowed for that, wouldn't you be like, absolutely?
Right. Like why are you even asking?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
That's frustrating.
So yeah, it's a few things in a row this last week, and then like the year in general. It's just like people need to respect that this is a real job.
Yeah,
with a calendar of projects that is set months in advance.
Yeah,
and if you fuck with it, I'm screwed. I'm the one who feels the pain. So
I would imagine I guess they just don't know. I'm going to assume they just have no idea how this works. And they're like, you're just on call and you bust these things out like in a day or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's not the truth.
No, it is not.
So again, this week I spent an hour yesterday looking at like, how can I move things around to make this work?
Oof. That's rough.
Yeah. And it's like, again, it's like, do people not know that takes time?
They must not.
That's energy that's wasted and time that could have been spent on something else.
Yeah.
Because now I do feel obligated to at least try to see if I can accommodate somebody whose schedule is changing.
For sure.
But when I do that, I have to contact everybody else and be like, I'm going to be moving this time to this time. Does that work for you? Can I change this project to this week? Does that work for you?
If you had an assistant, maybe that could handle that, but no.
Yeah, if there was a magic scheduler out there who could check in with everybody, make sure that changing that timeline works for them. Yeah. And then finally getting back and being like, all right, yeah, we can make this change.
Right.
Yeah. It's because I'm not perfect either. Like sometimes shit comes up.
Yeah.
Things have to change. I try my best to communicate that with as much forethought and forewarning as possible.
Right.
So that's all I'm asking. Like if your book's behind schedule, let me know before I email you asking for the manuscript.
Yeah. No shit.
You know?
Yeah. I don't feel like you're asking too much.
I didn't think so. So that's one. Do you have another one?
And kind of piggybacking off of just people not respecting time or anything. I've had more this year than any other year. People emailing me with gripes or like takes about either my story or how I set up my newsletter or whatever. I just don't understand. Like, I never engage because it's pointless. But I always want to email back and be like, what do you hope is going to happen here? Do you think I'm going to rewrite the book? Do you think I'm going to redo my newsletter because you don't like something? What do you want to see happen? Like maybe one day if I'm just like fucking done, I'm going to email back and be like, tell me, what do you want from me? What do you think is happening on this back end? So yeah, luckily that it doesn't happen all the time, but I think it's happened enough to where it stands out to where I'm like, really? Because I always get excited when people email me because I'm like a child getting a letter. So if somebody emails and I open it expecting like, this is great, or like, I just want to let you know I had a good time reading the book. Like, they don't have to praise it or kiss my ass, but like just a general, just happy note. Yay, right? But if it's like, I don't know, like this character felt flat or like I was hoping this would happen, I'm like, what? Okay. Like, I don't know. Just if you are a reader and you're thinking to yourself as you're reading a book, I should let this author know how I feel about it because I don't like something. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
If you really liked it, it's a positive thing, absolutely email them. It'll make their day. But if you have critiques, save it for your friends or a reader group.
Right.
Don't email me.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah, your inbox is not the place for that kind of constructive criticism.
Yeah, you know, or like...
Or rear backseat driving.
Yeah, backseat driving. And it's a different thing too, because I've had people reach out saying they wanted to beta for me because... Like if they're like, I'm a fan of your work, I would love to beta for you to give you some feedback. Great. But I've had somebody reach out before being like, your writing could be better and I can help you with it. I'm like, that's harsh. Like, just maybe workshop how you're approaching it. Because if you're going to hurt my feelings, I'm probably not going to ask you to beta for me because I'm a sensitive person. So you just shit like that. But yeah, so just, be nice to us poor creative types because we're tired and sensitive.
Right. So. Well, and also, like, what are your qualifications?
Yeah, no shit. You read a lot? Girl, I read a lot. Like, everyone has opinions. I'm not going to shoot TJ Klune a note being like, I didn't like this sentence. You should do this better. Or like, how dare you make me cry about something? Like, just don't be a dick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even people we love have books come out that you're like, it's okay.
Yeah, for sure. Right? Like, everybody has those.
They're not all hits.
Yeah, it's fine.
You don't email. Again, the inbox is just not the place for that.
No, it's really not.
Unless you are literally offering free expertise and you can say, like, I'm guessing that person who offered to beta read for you did not include a resume of how incredibly useful they've been to other authors with like, people sending testimonials for the fantastic, I was like, what's that word? Testimonials for the fantastic work. And I don't charge anything. I'm just a PhD in American literature and I want to help the romance community to rise above the level of like.
Sure. But even then it'd be like, okay, like if you're that qualified, why are you hassling me? Like that's rude. But
I mean, I could see somebody being like, I love your ideas, but like.
Well, and I genuinely not enjoy because I never like seeing typos. But when somebody takes the time to be like, hey, on page whatever, I notice this is messed up, just letting you know. Love that. That's super helpful. That's nice. But don't do backhanded compliments or just, I don't know, tell me how you feel about stuff in a negative way. That's not helpful.
Right.
Just don't do that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Any, what's the saying that like, unasked for advice is just criticism? Yeah, just be helpful. If you're going to criticize, be helpful. Just don't be a dick. Or just don't do it. Or just don't do it. Yeah. I mean, I stopped sending you screenshots of your newsletter with this typos circled. Well, yeah. I try to have somebody reread them now before I send them out because I can't be trusted to reread my shit. Clearly. Yeah. I am dyslexic and I'm tired and I just don't see the glaring errors in front of me. So yeah, charity. And you know what? That's fine. If that's not your talent. It's but like having somebody, but then having somebody else look at it's good. Yes. I have Charity read through it now and she finds some gems for sure. I'm just like, I don't know what you were trying to say, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't frog. Just weird shit. So yeah. She's a trooper for that. That's good. That's good. We all need that. Yes. Yeah. Okay. My other rant. I have a favorite cookie. Okay. During the holiday season. Mm-hmm. It is the Aldi brand Speculatius or Speculatius. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's Dutch. Okay. Cookies. Yeah. They're spiced shortbread cookies. Ooh. They're delicious. Mm-hmm. They're amazing dipped in milk. Okay. They're like a graham cracker on steroids. Ooh. Because they have just like that holiday spiciness, the nutmeg, and the allspice and the clove and like all the good stuff. Yeah. And every time I have gone to Aldi for the last several weeks to get these fucking cookies, they're out.
It's a conspiracy.
Where the fuck are all the cookies?
That keeps happening to me.
Where
with those,
are they?
Like Nutella ones that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
They were gone for a minute. And that like the last bag that I brought in, that I think I ate all of them. I think that was the first one I had seen in weeks. It's like a weird, wonderful cookie shortage or something.
What is going on?
I don't know. I hate it.
So I'm ranting about that.
Yeah.
I would like for Aldi and Aldi in Green Bay, Wisconsin specifically.
Yes.
To have it when I walk in the store.
I think that's fair.
Is that unreasonable?
It's not unreasonable.
Is that unreasonable?
Yeah.
I'm going to check again on my way home tonight.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get lucky and they're there. Somebody restocked them.
Maybe. I'm hoping.
Tuesday.
I know that like Home Goods and TJ Maxx restock on Tuesdays. Maybe.
Hey.
Maybe Aldi restocks on Tuesdays.
Yeah, you
like
never know.
When do they get a shipment of these fucking cookies? Because I want them. And I even did an order online this weekend and switched stores.
Oh, wow.
To go to one that said they have them.
Yeah.
So that I could buy them. And I went to that store instead.
Sold out.
Yep.
Damn it.
Got the little message like they've refunded this one because they don't have it. And I was like, you said you had it.
Maybe it caught on, like enough people told everybody else about them that now they just can't keep them in stock.
Well, who did that?
I don't know.
I didn't. I don't tell people when I like things.
No, you keep that a secret.
Yeah.
That is
Not if it's a finite resource. Because I want it and I want it for cheap.
Exactly. Shit. Well,
Yeah.
I hope I'm putting that out there. I hope that they're there today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It'll be a rave if I get them.
Mm-hmm.
But right now it's a rant.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Should we move to raves or did you have more rants?
No, we can move to raves. Let's do some positive stuff so we don't just stay mad.
Continue. Yeah. Rave away.
So I recently picked up a new book I really like. It's Impromptu Match, Goliaths of Wrestling 1 by Lily Mayne. Shit's hilarious.
Great.
So I picked it up on a total whim. It was one of those, I was trying to find something to read and it suggested it and the cover is illustrated and it looks ridiculous. And I was like, monster wrestling? And it's Lily Mayne. I know Lily Mayne's good, but I haven't actually read any of their stuff yet. So I downloaded the sample and started reading it. Immediately started laughing.
Yay.
Shit's funny. And I was like, okay, this is good. So I'm like 15% in, not very far at all, but I was reading it during lunch today. I was just like, I went to that little cafe up the street, the little vegan one.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there eating my quiche, just like cackling.
Oh, good.
So I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And I'm a little mad at myself for like sleeping on, like picking up any of their books so far. So I was like, all right, this is fantastic. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. And it's been a delight.
That's great. We have a vegan cafe up the street.
Yeah, it's over by Eats 30, just like right up the street. I could walk to it, but it was cold and windy today, so I wasn't going to do that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah, it's tiny, and like the chef is like right there, like making the dishes and stuff.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah. So
interesting.
I guess that's the other rave, is that I had a great quiche today, and it was fucking fantastic.
That is good.
Yeah.
What was the quiche made out of if it was vegan?
I think the eggs, I guess it's not totally vegan, because they have eggs and cheese. I guess they have vegan options, but I just did regular. So
got it.
Yeah.
Cool. My first rave is going to be something on TikTok that I recommend everybody go look up.
Okay.
Petey the Seeing Eye Donkey. It's a donkey on a farm who helps blind horses find their way around.
Oh my God.
And it is just the most wholesome, amazing. I get a little tear in my eye and happiness in my heart every time there's a new video of Petey the Seeing Eye Donkey.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's my rave.
I love it. That sounds so sweet. And donkeys are like kind of stubborn little butts. Haha. So I'm happy that it's like a little grumpy who's helping the taller sunshines.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love it.
I do too.
Okay. Well, I've made a note so I can go look that up as soon as we're done recording this. Go just add that.
All right. Another rave.
I mentioned it in the Monday episode, but Days of the Dead this weekend in Chicago. It's a horror convention, not horror convention. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. I haven't been to a convention since we did the Fan Expo one. That was a mild disaster.
God awful.
Yeah. So I'm optimistic this one's going to be better because it's not as like crazy big. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to Chicago. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that again before we leave. Right. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm happy.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. My second rave is Costco cake.
Ooh.
We got 2 of them for my birthday parties over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I have spent the last week eating the leftovers. And yes. God damn it, if those things aren't delicious, even a week later.
I love it.
And they have like a cream filling.
Ooh.
It's like cake, cream filling, cake, frosting. The frosting, like I'm just not a frosting guy. The frosting's still like almost always a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
But the chocolate one especially, like it wasn't cloyingly sweet.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like.
So Costco cake.
Okay.
Great cake.
Excellent. So I'm weird about chocolate cake. I really like it, but if it is that like really dense, sweet chocolate cake, I'm really not into it. So I'm optimistic.
Well, chocolate shouldn't be sweet. Like it shouldn't be that sweet.
Yeah,
it's but bittersweet.
Yeah.
It should have. Yeah. It should have almost like an umami-ness to it. Like it should have a warmness. To chocolate always.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that.
Yeah, so it shouldn't ever taste like straight up sugar.
Yeah, well, those are the ones that like we've all had them. Like those just like punch you in the face sweet chocolate cakes, and you're like, Jesus, like that's not what I want. Especially with the frosting, because I'm the same way. Like I like a good, I think buttercream, like the really light, fluffy icing. But if it's that dense shit, I don't want it. Yeah,
I think the white frosting on the white cake was just like pure sugar mixed with hydrogenated vegetable oil, like straight up regular frosting.
Yeah.
But the chocolate one was fudgier. So it was more fudgy.
Nice.
Which in smaller quantities would be fine, but like they do the thing where like they really glob it on there for the people who like that sort of thing. Blech. So, Yeah. I did end up scraping off a lot of the frosting and just like eating the cake, a little bit of frosting, and that delicious mousse-like cream filling.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Mm-hmm. Next time you go to Costco, I might have to be like, just like,
can you buy me a cake?
Just buy me a cake.
They do have them just like out.
Yeah.
Like they're not personalized, but like you can just buy a happy birthday cake.
Yeah.
And be like, here's your $18 cake that serves 21 people. There you go.
I don't know if do they only sell them like huge? Do they have like smaller sizes?
Well, it's like,
okay.
That big. It's a cake.
Okay.
It's a full-size cake.
When you said 18 people, I was thinking like huge ass cake.
Oh, that'd be like 40.
Okay.
Like those giant sheet cakes.
Yeah.
That serves more than 20 people.
Yeah. I don't need that much because I will destroy a cake by myself.
But hey, it lasts a while.
True.
So you have time.
Nice.
Okay. Rave. Rave away. Do it.
I'm really looking forward to the upcoming holidays, which sounds like I shouldn't be because they're stressful and family and stuff like that. But I'm really looking forward to Thanksgiving because I fucking love Thanksgiving food. And whilst Christmas is crazy stressful, I am looking forward to like putting my tree up and like decorating it and like getting dumb little wrapping paper for gifts. Like I'm looking forward to all the little fun bits of the holidays that are just rapidly approaching.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the fact that you do have to move after all of this. So like,
I'm just refusing to think about that.
Don't get too many cute new wrapping papers. Like maybe this is an opportunity to use the ones in your closet.
Yeah. Well, that's what because I told Alex yesterday, I was like, let's go to At Home this weekend, like maybe Sunday. And cause I wanted to get like a new thing for a new throw blanket or something. He's like, baby, we're moving. Like, please. I was like, but it makes me happy.
Yeah. Anything you buy between now and then that isn't consumable, like you will have to move it.
Right. Yeah.
Which is strong motivation to avoid like overspending over the holidays.
For sure.
Yeah. But especially like that chintzy holiday like decoration stuff. It's like
I'm just gonna reuse what I have. I'm not gonna buy anything new this year. I don't think we have any wrapping paper left, so I at least can go.
Okay, well, that's good.
I can at least go get that and make myself happy. But like, decorating the tree, I don't need anything new for that. I've got all that shit. So like I'm looking for, I think I'm going to probably put that up this week because I want to, and it makes me happy. Even though it's way fucking early.
Go for it.
Yeah. So
it's not that early. We usually put ours up the weekend after Thanksgiving. So
well, Thanksgiving's
that's just 1 weekend away.
Yeah. It's not far. So I'm not.
And it's later than it normally is this year.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm going to do it then. Yeah,
so
it's going to be.
It's not even early.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm a certified Grinch.
Yes.
And I bless you. Put up your tree, child.
Excellent.
Go for it. I am really enjoying my new 3D printer.
Oh, excellent.
We bought it for some very utilitarian purposes. It has worked for that.
Excellent.
Making my little wheels for my shelves in the basement.
Yeah.
I also this week printed, this is sounding so boring, but honestly, this is so exciting to me.
Yeah.
Printing off a nozzle for my shop vac because
cool.
I got my shop vac at Harbor Freight, which is like where you get cheap tools.
Yeah.
But it did not have a certain nozzle attachment that like most of them come with. And I went online and I found somebody else that had already designed a nozzle attachment for the Bauer shop vacs.
Awesome.
And I printed it on my 3D printer and now I have a nozzle for
That's so cool.
I'm thrilled. I'm over here like so excited about this.
For sure.
This little thing.
That's awesome.
And like I was talking to John last night, we're going to print off some stands for his lightsabers.
Oh, yes, that's so cool.
That's plural.
Yes. I'm not surprised.
He has several, and one of them is like, it came with this chintzy little stand that falls apart the second you look at it.
Damn.
And I'm so sick of this thing like crumbling to pieces every time you vacuum or like try to go say hello to a dog that's in that side of the room.
It just explodes.
And I'm like, we're changing it.
Yeah.
I was like, we're just doing a standing one like you, because he has another one where it like stands up and then the lightsaber can be attached the whole time and it just
nice.
And it's a solid piece, so it doesn't fall apart. Even if you knock it over, it's like, just put it right back on its stand. No big deal. It didn't crumble into 12 different pieces with little clear plexiglass things that you have to like search for on the carpet.
Yeah.
So like I'm excited about that. I'm like getting that checked off the list. So yeah, I am excited about this 3D printer. I'm glad we're using it.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you say it's nerdy. I think that's super cool. Being able to get the like really specific things that you need, you can just make it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. I think it's great. Even it's like, yes, I don't think it's nerdy at all. I think it's fantastic.
Thank
A+ gold star.
Thank you.
You can 3D print a gold star and hold it
I
up.
could.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. That felt good.
Yeah, good. I like ending on a positive note, you know, because I think we've both just been feeling some kind of way for like
us,
for a minute.
Us and a lot of other people.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean, us like collectively as a species right now. I think. So
I think the world is mourning. I think the world is looking at the United States being like, what did you do?
Yeah. Like, oh no.
And it's like, most of us didn't.
Yeah. That wasn't me.
Like, a good chunk of us didn't vote for him, and then an even bigger chunk didn't vote at all.
Yes.
Which is not something to be proud of, but it is the reality.
Yeah.
And I am enjoying. I'm sorry, I'm going to do politics right at the end. It's a little bit of politics at the very end.
Yeah.
I am enjoying the fact checking of people, like, because like so many Republicans right now are being like, he won a historic mandate. The American people want him to have his cabinet and they want him to do whatever he wants to do. And it's like, ma'am, he won by the lowest, like he won the popular vote by the lowest percentage of any candidate in the last 24 years.
Yeah.
Like I think 2000 or 2004 was the last time it was like below 2%.
Yeah. Oof.
He's going to win the popular vote by less than 2%.
Yeah, it's not the take you think it is. Like
it's not the take you think it is, guys. It's not an overwhelming mandate. Like
it's just
the last two times when he lost the popular vote, they won more than he did.
Yeah.
They won by more. So yeah, it was a close election. It was always going to be a close election. Fuck this guy. I hope his life isn't easy. Somehow, some way, I hope. The way that it barely tilted in his favor comes back to bite him in the ass. Just like it did the first time.
Yeah.
Because, like, honestly, would he have been investigated for half the shit he was doing if he hadn't been president? Probably not. And you know what? The whole world is looking at you again, sir, and you've pretty much proven that you can't keep your shit together.
No.
So, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see how it's going to be.
Yeah. Oof.
And I'm going to take whatever joy in it I can, because I know most of it's going to be god awful.
Yeah, we got to celebrate the dumb little wins when we can get them.
Yeah, No. So, all right. Well, okay. So, sorry about good news for people who don't like us talking about politics.
Yeah.
We won't be here next week.
Yeah, you get a break from us.
We will be back the week after that. And just a reminder, you can snag Far From Neverland if you join our Patreon by Monday the 25th. And you can find that by going to hoofandfangpodcast.com and clicking the link to our Patreon. Or if you just want to buy it outright, you can click the link to our online store. And we will see you in December.
See you then.
Bye.